Hello everybody, good afternoon. Welcome back to United Red Devils 20 on TikTok. How are you guys all doing? I hope you're all having a fantastic start to your week. I hope you're all having a good day and I hope you're all having an amazing Monday afternoon so far. We are back today with F125, obviously EA Sports F125, and we are back with our F125 Max Verstappen driver career Season 1 with Red Bull Racing. Obviously, we are in talks for a move in Season 2. We are currently in talks to join McLaren for Season 2, who are the quickest team on the grid and possibly have the two best drivers on the grid in Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri as well. So we are in talks to join McLaren. Hopefully, that move will happen at the end of Season 1. Hope you are all good, by the way. Hope you have an amazing afternoon so far as well. Great having you tuning in to this TikTok live stream today. So, where are we in terms of the driver career with Max Verstappen? Obviously, we had the Brazilian Grand Prix yesterday, and obviously Max Verstappen had a tremendous Champions drive yesterday. Obviously, starting P19 inside the pit lane and coming away from the Brazilian Grand Prix with a P3 finish is very, 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 very impressive from a Max Verstappen point of view. That was a Champions drive yesterday, so I'm really, really pleased for Max Verstappen. I still think mathematically he can still win the championship. I'm not ruling him out of winning it, so I think anything's possible the way F1's gone this season so far. So, where are we in terms of the championship with Max Verstappen? So we don't need to change any components on the car. Everything is fresh as a daisy. So where are we? So we are currently P1 in the Drivers' Championship on 150 points. And as for the Constructor standings, we are currently on 161 points and currently P1 with Red Bull Racing. As for the Championship so far, we have got 6 wins from 6. So he finished P1 in Australia, P1 in Bahrain, P1 at Imola. We finished P1 in Monaco, P1 in Canada, and we finished P1 in Austria. So that was the last Grand Prix and the last stream we did with Max Verstappen. So we've got 6 wins from 6 so far. So we've got 10 races remaining. So I do a 16 calendar World Championship season. So we've got Silverstone up first for you today. We've then got the Belgian Grand Prix at Spa, which also includes a sprint race. We've got Hungary, we've got Zandvoort in the Netherlands, we've got Monza in Italy, we've got the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, Singapore, Mexico, Vegas, and obviously the last race of the season in Abu Dhabi. So we've got 6 wins from 6. Can we make it 8 wins from 8? I think it's going to be very, very hard to tell if we can do a whole season with a whole 16 wins. I've never really done it before, so it'd be interesting to see if we can go 16 races and 16 wins in all the countries that we are racing in. We're not upgrading any of the performance, so we're not touching aerodynamics, we're not touching the chassis, we are not touching the durability, and we are not touching the powertrain because we are in talks to move McLaren for Season 2 with Max Verstappen. So if you are new to my TikTok, please give me a follow, smash that like button. Would really, really appreciate your guys' support today on this Monday afternoon. Hope you are all good, by the way. Thanks to everybody that's tuned in so far. And yeah, we are back with F125 today with our Max Verstappen driver career. Hope you are all good and everything. I hope you're all having an amazing day and everything. I don't know what my fucking phone's doing. I don't know what the fuck this is actually doing. Right, that is where I want my phone. So whatever my phone's trying to do, can you just please behave? Like, I'm trying to stream phone. Can you please just sit still and let me stream, please? So yeah, we are back with F125 today. Obviously, mathematically, Max Verstappen is still in contention to win the Drivers' Championship in real life.
Welcome to not only the home of British motorsport, but also the birthplace of the Formula One World Championship. It's race day here at Silverstone, a classic on the calendar, and it's time for the British Grand Prix.
Yesterday, and I'm really pleased for Kimi as well.
The 3.6-mile-long Silverstone circuit is one of the longest of the season, with 18 corners in the current layout. With average lap speeds reaching around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the quickest tracks of the year. Watch out for cars taking the right-handers of Abbey and of Copse flat out.
As well. So yeah, finishing
so with
P2
the race
yesterday
not
for
far
Kimi
away
was a
from
fantastic
starting,
result.
here's what today's
really,
grid
really
rundown
pleased for
looks
him
like.
and Mercedes. He had a champion's drive yesterday.
Max Verstappen
Obviously
put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position.
Obviously, there was that incident early on in the race where
looking at the rest of today's grid,
Oscar Piastri deliberately drove into
Norris,
Antonelli.
Hamilton,
And what I don't like
Oscar
about what's
Piastri,
happened about yesterday's race is that
Sainz,
Antonelli got the blame for it yesterday. Like, if anybody wants to go and watch the replay, I would recommend going to watch the bloody replay. Antonelli cannot be blamed for yesterday's incident. That wasn't his fault. Oscar Piastri drove into him, and obviously then Antonelli collided with Charles Leclerc, and Isaac Hadjar rounds off the Brazil yesterday.
And now it's time
I just feel very, very
to
sorry
for
Antonelli because he's getting a lot of the blame,
and alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend
Anthony
Davidson. I love being here at Silverstone. I know you do too, mainly because we get to sleep in our own houses for a week. But what do the drivers enjoy most about this track?
Well, Silverstone's such a challenging circuit, Crofty, more so for the car than the driver, because these high-speed corners at Silverstone really test this modern-day F1 machinery to its maximum. We don't get that many times throughout the calendar. I can only think of Suzuka and Spa, maybe Qatar as well, with that high-energy cornering that you get here at Silverstone. So the drivers love throwing the car around through corners like Copse, Maggots and Beckett's, for example, and it's really influential for your lap time as well.
So yesterday's race was absolutely bonkers. Like, yesterday's race was absolutely crazy. And like I said, I felt sorry. I felt sorry for Antonelli. I felt sorry for Charles Leclerc. And at the end of the day, I think Oscar Piastri has got to take full blame for that incident yesterday. You've got to blame Piastri. Piastri drove into Antonelli, which made him go into Charles Leclerc. If Piastri wouldn't have drove into Antonelli, Antonelli would not have hit Charles Leclerc yesterday, and Leclerc would have finished that race quite comfortably. So, yeah, I'm putting full blame on Oscar Piastri for yesterday's incident. How people could say, oh, it was Antonelli's fault. I mean, go back and actually watch the replay. Antonelli was not at fault for yesterday's incident. It was Oscar Piastri's fault all day long. He shouldn't have drove into him. He shouldn't have drove into him, and then Oscar Piastri quite rightly got the 10-second penalty he actually did deserve. So I'm just saying that I don't see why Antonelli got all the blame yesterday. You could park a bus between the gap of Antonelli and Leclerc. Exactly. I don't think Antonelli was at fault yesterday. I don't understand how people say, oh, Antonelli was at fault. Go back and watch the replays. It wasn't Antonelli's fault. It was Oscar Piastri's fault. Oscar Piastri shouldn't have drove into him. And unfortunately, once Piastri hit Antonelli, which then went into Charles, that was also going to be massively game over for Charles Leclerc. Obviously had major suspension damage, so yeah, he could carry on. And then obviously the incident between Colapinto and Hamilton yesterday.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
Colapinto for yesterday's incident. But I think Lewis Hamilton didn't realise how quick that Alpine actually was. And Colapinto did actually have a very good drive yesterday. I know Colapinto gets a lot of stick and he gets a lot of shit thrown at him. But I think Franco Colapinto, there's definitely a good driver in there. I'm not blaming Colapinto for that.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Had himself to blame. He shouldn't have drove straight into the back of Colapinto. And then Hamilton came out and blamed Franco for that incident. But it's like, you're the one that drove into the back of him. So I don't really understand how that was Franco Colapinto's fault. Lewis Hamilton shouldn't have drove into him. Like, obviously they were racing, and obviously F1 is a competitive racing sport, so I don't understand how that was Colapinto's fault yesterday. Hamilton shouldn't have drove into the back of him, and then obviously Hamilton's front wing wouldn't have gone under his own car and wouldn't have damaged all of his floor. So again, I think the Ferraris had an absolute mare yesterday from my point of view. And I feel sorry for Ferrari, because the Tifosi stand by Ferrari so much and they give that team so much support, that their results have been this season nothing more than shocking. Ferrari have gone 10 times backwards this season than what I thought they were going to do. I honestly thought Ferrari were going to be up there this season, challenging McLaren, Red Bull and obviously Mercedes as well. And obviously that double DNF yesterday has really not helped. It's not helped Ferrari now, because they're now down to P4 in the Constructors Championship. So Yeah, I felt sorry for the Tifosi yesterday. Those Ferrari fans did not deserve that outcome yesterday. And if you are a Ferrari fan like myself, they are one of my favourite teams. But I felt sorry for the supporters because it's like, at the end of the day, I think the team are letting down the fans and supporters of Ferrari quite a lot this season. And I think that is down to a lot of the crap that Lewis Hamilton's caused Ferrari this season. Obviously, I don't think Lewis Hamilton going to Ferrari has worked out. Obviously, I'm going to stand by what Toto Wolff said. Everybody has a shelf life in F1. And maybe, do you know what, Mercedes getting rid of the back of Hamilton was a blessing in disguise because they knew it was going to go backwards at Ferrari. And I think, you know, like my parents have always said, Ferrari made a massive mistake signing Lewis Hamilton. And truth be told, that is exactly what is happening right here, right now. So I think Ferrari made a mistake getting Hamilton in the team. I think Ferrari made a massive, massive mistake. And now they are paying the price for it. So, and having a double DNF did not help that team yesterday. So I'm just going to say from a Ferrari point of view, I think their championship season's completely gone. I think they're going to be lucky to even get P2 in the Constructors, because obviously they've now got Mercedes and Red Bull in front of them, which is a big, big problem now for Ferrari. And finishing like P4 in the Constructors, you do lose a bit more money. So I think Ferrari are in massive, massive trouble. I think Ferrari are in big, big trouble. So I don't know how it's going to get any better from a Ferrari point of view. I don't see how it's going to get any better. Thank you for the likes, by the way, very much appreciated. If you are watching on my TikTok, please give me a follow, smash that like button. Would really appreciate your guys' support today. Thanks to everybody that's tuning in and watching so far. But yeah, like I feel sorry for Ferrari because I want to see Ferrari do well. And when Hamilton did join Ferrari, I think, in my opinion, I thought he was going to do it. But obviously, look what happened when Sebastian Vettel went to Ferrari. That backfired and that didn't work. So I think Ferrari have got big, big problems. And what do Ferrari do? Do they stand by their driver next season? Or do they get rid of him? Or does Hamilton announce his retirement from the sport? Because I don't think Hamilton's got anything more left to give, really. I don't think he's got anything more left to give. I think that, for me, is going to have to be it. I can't see Hamilton staying in this sport much longer the way he's performing. And if you're a top team, you have got to make a decision now. You've got to make a decision. Do you stand by him, or do you say, do you know what, it's not worked out, we're going to terminate your contract? Because that's the only thing I can see happening. Ferrari are cursed ever since Schumacher. They haven't been great. Yeah, exactly. I completely agree. Ferrari have been cursed.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Schumacher and Barrichello's left, is it really? They've tried so many different driver combinations and driver lineups. Massa, Alonso, Vettel, Leclerc, Raikkonen. They've tried so many driver lineups, and now with Hamilton, it's just not worked. It's just not worked for him.
Okay, Max, Leclerc is behind you. We want to keep them behind, please. It's critical for our race.
At the end of the day, exactly. Max Verstappen, da 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 da. Max Verstappen, da 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 da. Max Verstappen, da 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 da. Exactly. This is our Max Verstappen driver career. Please smash that like button if you're new, and please give me a follow on TikTok. We'd really appreciate it. But like I was saying about Ferrari, whatever driver lineup they've gone with, it hasn't worked. So thank you for the follow, by the way, very much appreciated. Yeah, so whatever lineup they've gone with, it hasn't worked. So I think Ferrari are going to have to make a decision sooner rather than later, because it's clearly not working. And if Ferrari stand by Hamilton, I think is a mistake. But what else? Thank you for the follow, by the way, very much appreciated. Welcome to my community, absolute legends. Yeah, what do Ferrari do? Because I think there's only one replacement you can go for, and I think for me that's got to be Oliver Behrman. I think that for me is the most realistic opportunity to replace Hamilton with another driver. Because if you look at the current F1 grid, whatever driver can Ferrari get? I mean, to Ferrari try and go for Max Verstappen.
We're approaching the pit window, and you're going to be on mediums.
I think the most realistic option would be just go and get Oliver Behrman to partner Charles Leclerc with, because I think Behrman deserves that drive for Ferrari. Red Bull had a disaster Friday and Saturday, but changes to the car on Sunday. Max came alive. Exactly. So I think they changed his power unit, and then he came alive in that car, and obviously finished P3 yesterday, which was remarkable. that was a remarkable drive for Max Verstappen yesterday. So I'm actually quite happy for Max, to be fair. I was really proud of his drive yesterday, to be fair. So I think Max can still win the championship. I still think Max can do it, but I think it's going to be a long shot to do it now. And thank you for all the likes, by the way, very much appreciated. I think Max can still do it, and if he does do it, you're going to have to put it down to that Brazilian Grand Prix effort. If he would have got P2, I still don't think he would have got Lando. I still think Lando was massively still miles in front of him. So I think, you know, even if he would have got P2, it would have been quite remarkable. If Norris didn't win yesterday, I had Max to win the championship. Exactly. I still think mathematically Max can still do it, but what would need to happen? Piastri and Norris would have to like DNF like in Vegas and Qatar, and Max would have to win in Vegas, Qatar and the sprint, and then he would have to win Abu Dhabi in the last race. I can still see it going down to the last race of the season. That has always been my opinion. I still think it's going to go down to the last day of the last race of the season. I still think that's going to happen, to be fair. I can't see this being close. I can see this being quite close. I personally think I would like it to go down to the last race. That is what I'd like to see happen. Will it happen? It will be interesting to see. I'm surprised that Charles has been at Ferrari for years. Remember 2020 how bad Ferrari were? They were awful. Yeah, exactly. I think Ferrari have had big problems since Vettel departed. I mean, when Leclerc was brought in his debut season, Leclerc was absolutely amazing. I remember when Leclerc had his debut season, Ferrari was absolute quality. But now look at it. Norris could wrap it up in Las Vegas if they both DNF and Vegas. Exactly. So the championship could still be won in Vegas, and Leo has made a very good point in the live chat. Leo has said Lando Norris could wrap up the Drivers' Championship in Vegas if Max Verstappen and Oscar Piastri both DNF. That is a very, very important point that Leo has made. The championship could be wrapped up in 2 weeks. But like I say, a lot would have to happen in that moment for Norris to do it. Piastri would have to not finish the race, and Max would have to not finish the race as well. So Ferrari have just had a shit car for years now. It's a shame for the drivers though there at the moment. Well, like my parents said, like I said, Ferrari signing Hamilton was a massive mistake. I don't know why Ferrari did it. I really don't see why Ferrari signed Lewis Hamilton. I just don't understand why. What was the thinking? What was the plan? What was the strategy? Were they thinking Hamilton was going to come here and win multiple championships? Because like Toto Wolff said, everybody has a shelf life. So I don't understand why Ferrari brought him in the first place. Ferrari really should have just stood by Carlos Sainz. But then again, look how bad Sainz has done at Williams this season. I mean, he's had like 2 podiums in a sprint in Dakota, and then
in this lap,
a third place finish in Azerbaijan. So apart from that, like, what has Sainz really done this season? Well, he's had better results.
Yuki is in the pits. Yuki in the pit lane now.
Ferrari won't win another title now. Hamilton won't win it. Exactly. I don't think Hamilton's going to win another title. They should have given it another season. I think maybe Hamilton will do 1 more year then retire. But I don't think Ferrari could continue like this. I don't think Ferrari could continue this slump. And I think apparently Fred Vasseur has had a massive dig at Hamilton. Apparently it's on Twitter. Apparently he was really happy with the pace of yesterday, but he didn't mention Lewis. He only mentioned Charles Leclerc. So maybe that was a slight dig at Hamilton yesterday for his result. And maybe the cracks are starting to show at Ferrari now. And maybe Fred Vasseur's had enough, and maybe Hamilton has had enough as well. Maybe that partnership is going to break up at the end of the season, but I still think he'll do it 1 more season. He should retire. He's ruining
Don't forget, box this lap.
Yeah, because he is a 7-time world champion. That is very true. He is a 7-time world champion. At the end of the day, he's done so much for this sport. He's done quite a lot for Formula 1 on and off the track. And you know, what's happening at Ferrari is just ruining his career, to be honest with you. So.
Okay, forget the targets for now. We've got to focus on the pit stop.
It's Ferrari need a structure, it's all a mess from top to bottom. Exactly, it is a mess.
Okay, off we go, back into the race. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
And they've only got themselves to blame, really. They've only got themselves to blame. Ferrari have never sorted out the mess that was left when Vettel and Raikkonen departed. That mess has never been fixed.
Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres.
So I think at the end of the day, what needs to happen, somebody needs to just call the truce, really. They either say to Hamilton, look, this hasn't worked. This partnership between us and you is never going to work. And what we hoped for hasn't happened. And we're going to part ways, or we're just going to terminate your contract, but then they would have to give him that 6.
Okay, this isn't our true position. They haven't yet pitted and they're on a one-stopper. Don't waste time fighting, because they should be coming in soon.
If Hamilton was available on the market right here, right now, I think a lot of teams would go for him. I think a lot of teams would bring him in, but I don't know if they would want him, that's the thing. You'd have plenty of options, but where would Hamilton go to if he didn't retire, though? Who would have him? Exactly. I think the most realistic option would have to bring him back to Mercedes. Red Bull might even bring him in, but I don't think that would work either. Like, I think it would be a massive statement from Red Bull if they were to partner Hamilton and Verstappen in the same team. That would be crazy. That would be sick but crazy at the same time. That would be absolutely mental. If they were to bring Hamilton to Red Bull, that would be chaos. Because him and Verstappen, like, Jesus, that would be mental.
Okay, gap ahead, 14.6 seconds.
Crazy, but I think he just needs to retire. It could be a dream team. Yeah, it could be a dream team. You're not wrong, it could be a dream team. But I just think logically he needs to stop ruining his legacy and just retire from the sport, because he's not going to he can't carry on like this forever at Ferrari, and Ferrari can't carry on with these results. So one or the other, someone's got to make a decision in that team to say, look, we can't carry on like this. We need to make a change. And again, the only option you would go for would be Oliver Behrman. That's the only option I would replace Hamilton with. I wouldn't replace anybody else with Hamilton except Behrman. I think that would be the most logical and most sensible option to go for. And I think it will happen anyway, because Behrman apparently has been in talks with Ferrari behind the scenes. So I think Behrman deserves this opportunity now to go and see what he can do in a top team. If you're new to my TikTok and you're watching, by the way, please smash the like button, please give me a follow. Would really appreciate your guys' support today. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Hope everyone's having an amazing afternoon so far as well. But I would say I would compare the Lewis Hamilton situation to the Cars 3 film. Remember in Cars 3, the Disney Pixar film, remember when Lightning McQueen had that really bad crash? And then Jackson
no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
And starts dominating the championship and winning multiple races. And then Hamilton has that, and Lightning McQueen has that really bad crash. I think what I'm trying to compare it with is, like, the more racing Lightning McQueen did, the more damage he's going to do to himself, and that was right. The more times he was going to race, the more
okay, Max. Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got this.
And try to turn it around. The more damage he's going to do. Like, if he carries on like this, the damage he's going to do to himself is going to be incredible. Like, I think he just needs to admit, like, I can't do it anymore. Like, because everyone reaches that peak in their career, like, well, I can't really contribute anymore, so what's the point? I'm comparing it to a film, but when Lightning McQueen had that crash, his racing days were going to be numbered quite quickly, because all the new next-gen racers are on the scene, and, they are starting to dominate, and I think it's the same for Hamilton. Look at Lando, look at Oscar Piastri. I mean, there's plenty of youthful talent in that sport now. I mean, Bortoletto, you've got
Norris has just completed a pass for the lead.
I mean, there's plenty of drivers in that sport that could end up dominating. F1, the longer Hamilton stays in. I think he's just going to do
really
more damage.
good job on hitting that target, mate. Nice work. Still a long way to go, though.
You could tell he dropped off the season after Max won his first title. Exactly. I think as soon as Hamilton lost his 8th championship, which again he probably in hindsight should have been given because that race was manifested, to be fair. That race was bloody neutralised for Max to win his first championship. I think Hamilton thank you for the follow, Thomas, mate. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, buddy. Welcome. And welcome to everybody that's new, by the way, and everybody that's watching and tuning. We've got 8 people watching so far. Kimi is definitely championship worthy. Mercedes have a great youngster. Exactly. Really happy with Antonelli this season. And you know what? He's also done another record in F1. It's odd because he was great in 23 after a poor 22 and then had a major drop off. Exactly. Something's not been right with Hamilton for a very long time. Something's not been right with Hamilton. I think a Ferrari, every driver has their peak. Exactly. Every driver in F1 has their peak. Completely agree. You're absolutely right. Every driver in F1 has a peak. Thank you for the follow, George, mate. Very much appreciate it, buddy. I think Hamilton just needs to retire. I think logically, that's the best thing for him to do is just retire from the sport and just admit that you can't go on forever. You can't go on forever.
Piastri is in the pits.
So it will be a sad day when he does retire, but he is a 7-time world champion and theoretically he is the greatest driver ever in the sport. But again, if you think about it, I have the same t-shirt on. Yeah, this is the Red Bull current t-shirt for this season's championship. I brought this like a few months ago. I think I got it in April, this t-shirt. So, yeah. I think Hamilton just needs to do the best for him and the best for Ferrari, because does Hamilton really want to see Ferrari struggle? Does Ferrari want to see Hamilton struggle? If not Norris or Piastri, who's the next champion do you think? I'm going to say Antonelli. Me and my family are massive fans of Antonelli because my family have been to
tyre wear rates are lower than we expected. Stay out a little longer if you can.
I know my dad is a massive fan of Antonelli. Confirm change.
Understood. Copy that.
My dad is a massive fan of Antonelli, and especially after the results he's had in the sprint and yesterday. I'm going to say Antonelli. You're going to support Antonelli when Max leaves. I think Antonelli's the next big thing F1 is going to have in the sport. And if Mercedes' package, like is meant to be rumored, is meant to be good next season, then I tell you what, I think Antonelli could win the championship. Do you think Max is in his peak right now? I think Max Verstappen's drive yesterday was phenomenal. Please smash that like button, everybody, for watching, by the way. Let's try and get over 1,000 likes if we can. I think Max could still win the championship. That drive yesterday from P19 all the way up to P3 was phenomenal. Was absolutely phenomenal. Max is still only like 27. Yeah, exactly. Max is only like 26, 27. So Max is still there. Max is still definitely there. And I still think he could win the championship. I still think he could do it. But a lot would have to happen. If he doesn't do well in Vegas, then it's definitely between Piastri and Lando. I think Lando's going to do it. I think Oscar Piastri has massively bottled this championship. I think Piastri has bottled it now. I think it's too little, too late for Piastri to save it. I think Piastri himself knows that this championship's gone. Goes to show Max is the best driver in F1. Oh yeah, currently, Max Verstappen currently is the best driver in F1 at the moment, absolutely. It's over, he doesn't win Vegas, McLaren have to DNF. Do you think Max will beat 7 world titles? It depends if Red Bull have a good season next season and they build him a good car, then yes, I think he will. I think he'll match it, I don't think he'll beat it. You'd have to be in F1 for a very long time to ever beat 7 world titles. Right, Nico Hulkenberg is out of the session, so that is between Sector 1 and Sector 2. I think you're going to have to be in F1 for a very long time to ever get past 7. Like Hamilton's on 7, Schumacher's on 7. If Max does it, then that's phenomenal. If he matched it, then it might as well go. He might as well go to beat it. Yeah, potentially. Potentially, he might stay in to beat it. But I think he'll match. I think he'll match it. But it depends how bored. It depends if he gets bored of Formula One. To be fair, and if Red Bull have a car crash season next year, then I can't see Max staying in F1 forever. There's only so much a driver can do. There's only so much drivers can do or cope with. So, look, I think he'll match it, but I don't think he'll beat it.
Okay, clear.
But that's only my opinion on it. So, yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see if he can do it. But I was impressed with his drive yesterday. I mean, finishing P3 was phenomenal. P19 starting from the pit lane, like, and a new engine in the back of that Red Bull. That Red Bull was absolutely flying. When he got George Russell, I was like, do you know what? He's going to end up getting Antonelli. But Antonelli, I think, just had too much straight line speed in the end. Because that Mercedes looked very, very quick yesterday. From an Antonelli point of view, I don't think George Russell was that quick. Yesterday. Obviously, he couldn't defend that Max Verstappen move, unfortunately, from his perspective. So, I think that if Max would have went on to win, I would say that was the best race win I've ever seen Max Verstappen do. If Max would have won yesterday, I'd have like, that is the best ever win I've seen ever in the sport. Because coming from like second from last is phenomenal. Like, it's phenomenal.
Okay, Yuki is coming in for his
stop now. And if he would have won, I'd have been like, wow, that was incredible. I was happy for Max yesterday. Like, again, I'm not his biggest fan, but what he's done, winning like 4 championships in a row. Could he still make it 5? Mathematically, he's still in the championship hunt, isn't he? He could still make it 5 in a row, which would be incredible. Because I don't think any driver's actually ever done it. I don't think. If I'm correct, I don't think any driver ever in the sport has won 5 in a row. So if Max was to do it, then bloody hell, like, that's an incredible achievement. I'll cry if he doesn't. I still think it's between Lando and Oscar in it. I think what needs to happen, Lando needs to DNF in Vegas and Oscar Piastri needs to win that race, or at least close in with a few points. And then Piastri would have to win in Qatar and win the sprint. If Max and Vettel 4 champions under Christian Horner, exactly, that is very, very true. I wish Sebastian Vettel was still in the sport sometimes. I really, really do. I wish Sebastian Vettel was still in Formula 1 because he was the reason why I started loving the sport so much. So I wish Sebastian Vettel would actually just come back. Because I do miss him in the sport. I do miss having Vettel in the championship. I'll pay Russell to send the McLaren boys into the wall. I still think, I'm going to stand by my theory I've had all season. I think it's going to go down to the last race of the season. Both drivers are all level. Both drivers, Oscar and Lando, are level on points. Last lap decider, winner takes all. I'm going to stand by my theory because I've had this theory for a very, very long time. I think this is going down last race of the season, last lap decider, level on points, let's fight. That's what I think is going to happen. But for that to happen, Oscar's going to have to win in Vegas. He's going to have to win the sprint in Qatar and the main race itself for that to happen. I would love a 2021 repeat. That is what I'd like to have, a 2021 repeat of Hamilton and Verstappen between Oscar and Lando. That is what I would like. Because the drama and the tension, so it'd be Australia versus England. That is what I'd like to see. McLaren won't win Vegas. Well, it'd be interesting to see what their pace is like. It'll be interesting what their pace is like. But every time the stream pops up your 20 plus seconds up with half race left, surely up the difficulty. Well, we race on 60 AI difficulty, and that's what we're sticking with, and I'm not going to change it. I mean, everybody else respects me, the AI that I race on, so I'm not going to change it. I shouldn't have to change it just to please people. But I respect what you're saying now. I respect your view and I respect your opinion because it is about personal choice and personal view. So, what would happen if Max and Lando were level on points and Piastri wins in the final race and they're all level? I think if say for example, if Oscar and if Lando and Max are both level on points, and so is Piastri, all level on points, I think it would go down to like race wins. I think it would go down to race wins. That's how I think it gets decided. Goes on how many races you have. Well, this would be 7 wins from 7.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
I still think it's between Max. I still think it's between Oscar and Lando. I want it to go to Abu Dhabi. I want it to go to Abu Dhabi. That is what I'd like to see.
Okay,
happen.
we're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can.
I want it to go to Abu Dhabi and then see what happens. That is what I want to see happen. But I think if thank you for the follow, David. Very much appreciated, mate. Welcome. I think if Piastri has a nightmare in Vegas and he doesn't finish in the points and Lando wins the championships, Lando's. Because all Lando would have to do is go to Qatar, win the sprint, win the main race, and then the championship's over. But what annoys me, we've got another 2-week break. This is what really, really pisses me off. I can't believe yet again we have got a 2-week break from Formula 1. This is what I do not understand. It's all these freaking breaks all the time. Because it just makes the next 2 weekends really, really boring. This whole week and next week is going to be very, very shit. Because there's no F1 this weekend. There's no Premier League or Championship football. Because we've got an international break for another 2 weeks, which is pointless. And
okay, remember to pit this lap.
I just don't understand why we need all these breaks. Like, can't we just go back to back racing? Can we not just do that and get this championship done? Because, like, you know, I don't understand why we need all these breaks.
Managing your turn into the pit.
What a shame! I've got to block someone for calling me names. What a bloody shame that is. That is a real shame that you've got to be blocked for calling me names. That's a really big shame there for calling me names. That is really sad, and it's a shame I'm going to have to block you for making that comment. It really is it really upsets me. It absolutely devastates me that I have to block people for making really nasty comments. What a fucking shame I've had to block him. Oh dear, what am I going to do? I've had to block someone because they're being a dick. What a shame. Most Sundays in season should have a race. Exactly, completely.
Okay, we had an issue removing the left rear wheel. I know it's not ideal, but let's try and put it behind us and finish the race strong.
And if you're new to my TikTok, by the way, smash that like button. Please give me a follow. Would really appreciate your guys' support. I just don't understand why we've got another 2-week break. We've literally had the Brazilian Grand Prix, and now we've got a 2-week break.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
I just can't believe we've got no F1 and no Premier League football for like 2 weeks, which is really frustrating. Because we've literally had Brazil, and now we're going on a 2-week break again. It's all these bloody breaks all the time. We've got more breaks than a fucking Kit Kat. Like, there's no need to keep having all these breaks all the time. I don't understand why we have to keep doing it. Like, it's a real shame that, you know, we have to have, like, continual. Oh, no, don't worry about it, Nate. Don't worry about it. Honestly, I've sorted it. There's a thing called a block button, which I just block people. I know, right? I don't know why people have to call each other names and be personal about their looks or anything. Like, I have to wear glasses. What's the problem? And the problem is TikTok never do anything about it. TikTok never do anything, which is a bloody problem. Like, they're a big social media company, and like they never get rid of people that are the big problem on TikTok. I just don't understand why TikTok never do anything. Because you could even report comments that people make about you, and TikTok say, oh, there's not a problem with it, and it's like, well, there is. I don't let it get to me like I used to. I just block them. It's fucking hilarious. And they're the ones missing out because they could be part of a good community, but you know what people are like. And you know what I think it is to do with? I think some people are jealous. I think people are jealous of other people's success. I think that's the problem. Da 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 da. Max Verstappen. Da 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 da.
No tyre concerns at the moment. Just focus on the driving.
Exactly. I was trying to do the switcheroo then on Oscar Piastri. It's fucking slow.
Gap to your teammate behind, 37.2 seconds.
If you're new to my TikTok, by the way, smash that like button. Please give me a follow. What a race, pit lanes, podium. Exactly. That.
Okay, Max. Lap times are a little erratic at the moment. Let's try and close up the difference between them.
That was a fantastic result for Max yesterday. If you're new to my TikTok, give me a follow. Smash that like button. Would really appreciate it. And yeah, don't worry. I don't let people get to me like that. I used to. I used to let people get to me very, very easily. I just get rid of them and just block them. But the problem is TikTok never removed the problem. You can report people's comments and report people to TikTok, and you can block them. But the problem is TikTok never do anything about it, which is a real shame. So they're a massive social media company, but yet they never do anything, which I don't really get. But it's all right though. I'm all good. But yeah, that Max Verstappen drive yesterday was crazy. And thank you for the follow, by the way, very much appreciated. We're only 15 followers away from 4,400, so we're about 600 followers away from like 5,000, which is crazy. Yeah, I was happy for Max yesterday. I was really, really happy. Look how slow Lando is there.
Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push.
Yeah, I was happy for Max yesterday. Going from P19 and in the pits to P3 is mental. Like, that was a champion's drive yesterday for Max. And I tell you what, if he was in contention to win the championship, which mathematically he still is, if he would have won that race yesterday, like I said a few minutes ago, that would have been one of the greatest drives and comebacks I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I've been watching F1 for years, but I've never seen a drive like that yesterday from Max. That was incredible. And I don't want him to win the championship, but if he does win 5 in a row, you've got to applaud it. But it would be the biggest bottle job by Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri to lose it. So, you know, I still going to stand by. It's going to go last race of the season. It's going to go all the way to Abu Dhabi. That's what I think is going to happen. Who do you want to win it? I want either Lando or Oscar to win it, but I wouldn't mind Max doing it because it would be 5 in a row from a Max point of view. His drive in 2024 Brazil was better, still a cracking drive. Oh, exactly, Kyle, exactly. If you're new to my TikTok, by the way, everybody, smash that like button. Please give me a follow. We've actually got some very, very great people in the live chat today. Mass shout out to all of you, because we're having a very, very good chat about F1 today, which I really, really do appreciate. I like talking about F1. It's one of my favourite sports of all time ever. And people say, oh, F1's not a sport. It's just people racing in cars. Well, it is a sport, because there's a Constructors' Championship and a Drivers' Championship. Big up Antonelli, the great weekend in as well. Oh, I know, right? P2 in the sprint, P2 in the race, and his defending against Max Verstappen was fucking phenomenal. That was phenomenal from Max Antonelli yesterday. And like I said a few minutes ago as well, my family have been to Italy a few times, so they're a massive, massive fan of Antonelli, so they really want Antonelli to do well next season. And even myself, I'm a massive, massive fan of Antonelli. I absolutely love the guy. I think he's amazing. And I think he's going to be the next world champion. I think next season Antonelli can do it. If Mercedes' package is meant to be as good as what everybody's hearing, then I think Antonelli could dominate next season. And that's a big statement. That is a big statement for me. But, you know, he's done very, very well for himself yesterday. He's had a great weekend. Saturday and Sunday was phenomenal. And I'm really, really happy for him. Like, I'm really happy for him. He's a fantastic racing driver. So where the fuck my phone rolls? Imagine Mercedes win the Constructors, how wounded Hamilton will be. Exactly. Complete green mark. Thank you for the follow, Kyle. Very much appreciated, buddy. Welcome. Yeah, it would be a massive kick in the teeth if Mercedes won the Constructors and the Drivers next season. Hamilton's sort of Ferrari struggling. That would be a massive, massive kick in the teeth. And I bet Hamilton would be sat there thinking, what the fuck did I do? And he probably deep down regrets leaving Mercedes, because look how quick Mercedes have been this season. Even they've won races, even they've got podiums. But the only race Hamilton's won all season was the Chinese Grand Prix sprint race. That's the only race he's won all season. And it's like, I can't believe we're at race 22 and he's not been on the podium since. And it's like, wow. I didn't expect it to go this bad, by the way. I didn't expect Hamilton's season at Ferrari to go this bad. But bloody hell, it's been a disaster. It's been an absolute disaster. And again, he probably has got himself to blame, to be fair. He probably has himself to blame, so... I do think Lewis Ferrari will hit the ground running with the new regs, though, similar to 2022. I think the 2026 regulations are going to affect a lot of teams. I don't think it will just be Ferrari. I think every team's going to have different obviously different ways of handling the new regulations. I think every team is going to have its struggles and its ups and downs, but with the Mercedes package, everybody's hearing, like, if Mercedes dominate, it doesn't surprise me, because of apparently the package they've got for next year. It wouldn't surprise me if it's one of the two drivers winning the Drivers and then Mercedes winning the Constructors. Maybe this is what's going to happen. Mercedes are going to go on and dominate again. Imagine if, do you know what would make me laugh, right? If Mercedes ended up winning the Drivers and the Constructors, and then Max leaves Red Bull at the end of next season, and then joins Mercedes. I still think Max will leave Red Bull. I still think Verstappen will leave Red Bull at some point. He ain't going to be at Red Bull forever. And if Hamilton does retire from Ferrari, or he gets his contract terminated, then maybe Ferrari go for Verstappen. Or they'll definitely go for Ollie Vernon, which I think is the most logical option. If Mercedes is strong, though, does not mean McLaren are strong, because they are the engine manufacturer. Hey Staffy, how you doing, mate? How you doing, buddy? If you are new to my TikTok, by the way, and you are watching, please smash that like button. Please give me a follow.
Okay, really, really good. You hit that target nicely. There's a long way to go in this race, so let's keep it clean.
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Yeah, I'm good, buddy. How you doing?
Final lap, final lap. Push, push.
I mean, I would love to see Hamilton win an 8th champion. Thank you for the follow, by the way, very much appreciated. I would love to see Hamilton win an 8th championship, don't get me wrong. I would love to see Hamilton win it, but I don't think it'll happen. Opinion on the 2026 regulations. Well, I don't know. I don't know what my opinion is at the moment, because I don't know how it's going to affect every team. Because obviously I don't know what actually specifications are coming into the sport. I don't know if anybody could if anybody could find like the 2026 regulation specifications on any search engines and send it to me on TikTok. That would be great, because I don't actually know what I don't know what the 2026 regulations are about. I don't know what's actually happening for next season, because I haven't read up on it. So if anybody could send me it, that would be great, because obviously I don't know how it's going to affect everybody, because I don't know what new stuff they're bringing in, what stuff I know they're getting rid of DRS, aren't they? I know DRS is going for next season, isn't it? I know DRS is going.
Oh, that was really good.
So
enjoy.
I know that's
one
thing.
Well done, mate.
I just don't know what the other 2026 regulations are. If anybody can find them, just send me them on a private DM on TikTok, and that would be really appreciated. Obviously, you'd have to give me a follow.
It's another victory
to
and
those
a
messages
champion's
come through.
performance
So,
from Max
yeah, I don't know
Verstappen.
what's going to happen.
A great team victory today,
yet.
Crofty. That's the important bit here. On home soil, the drivers delivered, the team delivered as well.
The only thing I know
in front
is
of their
DRS.
home
So
support
it's 50-50
really means a lot to them.
combustion split. Okay, fair enough. That's pretty cool. So it's kind of like...
We had drama from start to finish,
Are they going down like the
end,
Formula
there
E
was
route
only
then?
ever one that can take that top spot.
Combustion of a 50-50
But there can only be one on the top
kind of
step.
going like the way
You're
of
number
Formula
one,
E then?
Max Verstappen.
I'm guessing a 50 round weight reduction as well. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know how it's going to affect every team. It might make some teams better. It might make some teams worse. It might give other drivers an advantage. It might give other drivers a disadvantage. I don't know how it's going to affect everyone until we see the first race of the season. Less downforce. Okay. So that's going to be a massive impact on F1 26.
And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Which is not great. Again, we aren't staying at Red Bull for season 2. We are in talks to join McLaren. Basically, GP2 so shit. Oh God. Oh yay. That sounds fun. And we've got 63% recognition, by the way. Well, that doesn't sound promising if it's going to be like GP2 so shit. Oh, great. That sounds fun. If you are watching, by the way, give me a follow, smash the like button as well. Would really appreciate it. Thanks to everybody that's tuned in. Yeah, I don't know how it's going to affect everybody. Until we see like the first race of the season to see where everybody's at. I think that's the thing. I think that's the main thing. Well, I'm not really interested in parts failing on the car because I'm not staying at Red Bull. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens next season. Right, so we've got 7 wins from 7. We've got the Belgian Grand Prix at Spa. We've got the sprint race and the main race. We're going to do both for you. So you get 3 races in one stream. So we're on 175 points out of 175. We've got 7 wins from 7. Can we make it 8 wins from 8? We play on 60 AI difficulty. That's what we're sticking with. We're not going to be changing it. If it is GPT stuff like in F1 next season, then that doesn't really excite me. If it's going down the F2 route, then that really, really does not excite me one little bit, I'm afraid. That really does not excite me. And if it's going to make it worse, then you think to yourself, oh God, please don't change it. But if they do change it, it's just going to suck, I think, to be honest with you. I hope they don't change too much, though, because you don't want the sport to become boring. That's the big thing. You don't want the sport becoming boring. And imagine if all these changes backfires and it makes it even worse to watch. That's the thing. That's the thing that I think will really worry people. Imagine if F1's really shit next season with the 2026 regulations. Could you imagine how boring the sport would get to watch? And could you imagine if there's like a lack of overtaking as well? Could you just imagine how bored you would be just sat there watching non-competitive racing? I really hope F1's good next season, but if this is rumoured to what the 2026 regulation is going to do, I'm sorry to say it really does not excite me. It really does not excite me one little bit. So, all I can say is just wait and see, basically, to see what happens. Again, it's going to affect every team and every driver, so you don't know what's going to happen until we hit Australia next year, so, in the first race of the season, so, yeah, like, it's interesting, but I don't want to ruin the sport and make it worse. I want to go forward with the sport. I want to make it even more competitive and more quality racing. That's what I want to see, but, you know, you never know what's going to happen.
High-speed straights,
Right, so
heady elevation changes and dramatic corners. What is there not to love about today? It's qualifying day here at Spa-Francorchamps.
I need to find a way of putting my phone like there, so it's not like shutting on my screen. Oh God. Well, let's go to track then. Let's do the qualifying. I still think the McLaren is going to be way quicker. I'm not going to hit my ERS overtake until I get to at least top of the hill. Now I'm going to use it. So we've basically got like 30 laps to do on Belgium. We've got 8 for the sprint race, and we've got 22 for the normal race, so 30 laps altogether. So we've done like 56 laps today. I just hope the car doesn't start suffering towards the end of this career, because obviously I'm not adding any upgrades onto it, so I'm in talks to join McLaren, so... And I don't know who my teammate's going to be either, to be fair. I don't know who my teammate's actually going to be at McLaren for Season 2. We might not even join McLaren, because I would like to go to Ferrari, so... Again, I don't know why it does not let me use my battery on that bit. I don't understand why it never will let me use my battery in that bit part of the track. But we have
fantastic.
P1.
You've got pole position.
We've got pole position for the sprint.
Happy with that. Thank you guys.
Which is fantastic.
And that's it for sprint qualifying. Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend.
1.3,
so we'll see you all tomorrow.
Where's Yuki? Where's Yuki Tsunoda to? P15. Fucking hell. I'll tell you what. They really need to give Max Verstappen a decent teammate next season. When F1 26 comes out, with the rumoured driver lineups which are rumoured to happen, Isaac Hadjar's definitely going to end up at Red Bull. They've got that Limbold joining RB. We've got Perez joining Cadillac. I'm definitely going to be doing a Sergio Perez driver career next year. And I'm also going to be doing Isaac Hadjar driver career if he does go to Red Bull. I'm definitely going to be doing that. And that Limbold who's going to RB will definitely do a driver career with him as well. I think we won't have like all the usual suspects. We won't do a Max or a Charles or a Lewis or a Lando or an Oscar career. I think we'll focus on the younger drivers coming through the sport. Obviously, Perez is one of the older veterans, but I like Sergio Perez. He's one of my favourite F1 drivers of all time ever. A lot of people know how much I love Sergio Perez. He's one of my favourite drivers ever in Formula 1. So, once F1 26 is out, we'll definitely be doing a Perez driver career.
Welcome to today's sprint. This is shaping up to be another fantastic weekend.
Oh my God. If you're watching, smash that like button. Please give me a follow on TikTok if you're new. Would really appreciate it. Welcome to everybody that is watching and
so here we are once again, ready to go racing
again,
through
if
the
you guys
Ardennes
do miss any of this content, it does get saved after the live stream's complete,
corners,
and it does then get
elevation
uploaded to my
changes.
YouTube channel.
It makes this not only one of the most exciting circuits on the calendar, but one that makes for some consistently high-quality racing as well.
And yeah,
simply put it, there's no place quite like it.
In and watched this stream today, really appreciate it.
Off the back of a fantastic
we do go through the driver lineups for the grids, for the sprint and the normal race,
today's
just
sprint.
to see where all your favourite
World
drivers
champion
are on
Max
the grid
Verstappen starts from pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have
next season.
Norris,
I would
Russell,
love Oscar or Lando,
Charles Leclerc, and
Ocon's
Ocon.
P6.
Hamilton, Sainz, Albon, and Fernando Alonso. Antonelli, Behrman, Pierre Gasly, and Hadjar. Sonoda,
and I think that's the only way you are going to get big
Nico
moves
Hulkenberg,
for F1.
and Gabriel
I think the younger
Bortoleto.
drivers have got more of a chance.
Lawson and Jack Doohan rounds off the
And
grid.
apparently they're meant to be doing an update. This game has to...
today?
Oh yeah, by the way, just before, if you want to start playing this game today, just
and
a quick thing,
me today,
F125 does need an update today, so if you have got this game, there is an update due on it.
Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver?
That hasn't happened.
What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race.
That's it, my game froze then. So you've got 8 laps, Spa, 5 lights are on, and it's lights out and away we go. Great start. Also going to try and cover the right-hand side. I'm going to try and use my ERS for the battery deploy up the hill. Obviously that McLaren is the quickest car on the grid, so we already have to use this battery. Yeah, we use the battery right here, right now. Because the threats are Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. Obviously, I am trying to win Red Bull the Constructors' Championship as best I can, but that's going to prove quite difficult if my teammate isn't scoring points, which again is also a very big problem on this game. If you don't have a very competitive teammate and he ain't scoring points and he's not helping the Constructors' standings, that will become a big problem for you on this game. Thank you for the likes, very much appreciated. If you want to give me a follow on TikTok, you can. Everybody's welcome. Liverpool got robbed yesterday. I don't know what ruled the Van Dijk goal out. Like, I watched the match of the day highlights yesterday. I don't know why the Van Dijk goal got ruled out. I really didn't understand that, because I looked back at the goal, I didn't really see anything in the build-up. So yeah, it's a little bit confusing. But then again, their performance as a whole was really poor yesterday. That was, again, I've watched Liverpool a lot this season. I don't know what's happened to them. I really don't know what's happened to Liverpool this season. But they definitely do not look like the same team they were. Robertson was not offside. Is that why the Van Dijk goal got ruled out then?
Okay, DRS is now available.
I'm guessing that's why the Van Dijk goal got ruled out. Because I looked back at it and I thought it was a good enough goal. So I don't understand that then, really, to be honest with you, why that goal got ruled out. But if it was offside, then yeah. Well, I think if Liverpool carry on with this form, Liverpool will have to make a change of manager. Because they've gone and spent all this money on all these players as well. That's the big problem. You've got Isaac, Frimpong, Ekatike, Kirkes. You've got so many new players in that Liverpool team you've spent all this money on, and half these players don't seem to work. And apparently there's rumours they're going to try a new formation setup once they come out of the international break, but I don't know how true that is or not. I can only go by what I've seen on social media. Yeah, it's not looking good for him. I would say it's not looking good for him. But if Liverpool do sack Slot, who do Liverpool go for? That's the big problem. I don't think Klopp will come back. Then again, that might be the only option Liverpool can. Whoa. Fucking hell. Did you see that then? That was mental. I have lost so much time now to Oscar Piastri. I don't know what Liverpool do if they sack Slot. I don't think they will sack him though, but if they can't carry on like this. So I've got a few mates who are Liverpool fans, and they're the only ones that I do actually respect. Obviously, if any of you are Liverpool fans, I respect you as well, because you're part of my community, because that's what it's about, having respect for each other. Now, I don't know what's going wrong at Liverpool, but something's clearly not been right for a very long time. I think bringing all these players in has failed. How? Yeah, like I don't know what's going wrong at Liverpool. Like I really don't get it. Like I honestly thought with the type of players they brought in the summer, they were going to run away with the league title, but something clearly is not. So a lot of United since Sesko is injured. Well, I don't know how bad the Sesko knee injury is, but apparently the club are going to release an update today. But again, I don't know how bad this Sesko knee injury is, but apparently he's not going to be available for international duties. So if he's done his knee, then we're absolutely fucked. If he's done his knee, we're absolutely screwed. Because what I don't want to see happen is we end up chucking in Guemo or Matthias Cunha down the middle. I don't want that happening, and I don't want Xerxes down the middle either, because Xerxes isn't good enough. And if Amram hasn't picked him, there must be a reason why Amram's not selected him. So I don't know what's going to happen, who we play down the middle if Sesko's out for like weeks on end. I don't know what the club do. Maybe they try and get Obi in the team and get him playing for first.
Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 16.3 seconds.
So, I don't know what we're going to do, to be honest. I can't imagine if we end up chucking Delo up front. Oh my god, that'd be a bloody nightmare. I don't even rate Xerxes. Like I did again at the time. I did want him. At the time, when everybody gets excited when new signings come through the door, new players are playing for your club, and I thought he would do all right, but I didn't know it would be I didn't know it would be this bad for him. I didn't know it was going to go this way. His United career, so I don't really want to see Xerxes up front for us. If I'm being really honest with you, I don't really want to see Xerxes up front or down the middle. If I'm being really honest with you. Because I just don't think that's the correct way to go. But the club might have to. We might have no choice. But I'd rather see Obi Martin down the middle. I mean, he's hardly been involved for the first team this season. I can't believe he's not been given any first team minutes, to be honest with you. So it's a strange one. It's a real strange one. Because I don't want to see Xerxes up front. He ain't good enough. And if he's on the bench for a reason, you've got to stand by Amram's decision making. So I don't know what's going to happen with Xerxes. I don't think he'll get given an opportunity anyway, to be honest with you. And I'm certainly not chucking him in against. I mean, we got an on X3. I think we've got
tyre condition still looking good.
Definitely not using him in there, but we might have no choice. We don't know how bad to an extent this Sesko knee injury is, so. But we've got 3 laps to go of the Belgian Grand Prix here at Spa for the sprint race, and then we've got quali, and then we've got the main race itself, which is 22 laps. So it's about 30 laps as a whole for these 2 sessions. My name's not Tony. I don't understand that. We've got Everton, Palace and West Ham in the next 3, says Liam. Okay, thank you for that confirmation. We are in the Red Bull with Max Verstappen. This is our F1 25 Max Verstappen driver career season 1 of Red Bull Racing. If you're new to my TikTok, please give me a follow. Smash that like button, would really appreciate it. Yeah, we're not changing the difficulty. I've already said this multiple times. I'm not changing the difficulty just for people's sake. People just asking. I'm playing the career the way I want to play it and enjoy the game, so. To be fair, it is actually on hard difficulty, so just saying, just saying. Well, to be fair, it's not actually boring for the viewers. I completely disagree with that. It's actually not that boring because my TikTok's actually growing quite rapidly. How many points do you think we should be looking in the next 3? We should be getting 9 from 9, in my opinion. We'll beat Everton. I think the toughest fixture we've probably got is is Palace. Yeah, my name's not Tony, by the way. I think Palace is going to be the most difficult game. I think Everton at home will be... Is it West Ham? Have we got West Ham at home or is it West Ham away? Yeah, I respect what people are saying, but this is my driver career, and to be fair, people don't actually find this boring to watch. West Ham won't beat us. West Ham is shit. West Ham is home. So we've got Everton home, Palace away, West Ham home. We should be getting 9 points from 9. There's no excuses. West Ham are better than us. They're really not. Is that why West Ham are in the relegation fight? Is that why we're above West Ham, Everton and Palace? Yeah, we're not better than any of those 3. Is that why all those 3 are bottom half of the table? If you're watching, smash that like button. Please give me a follow on TikTok. We'd really appreciate your guys' support today. We should easily be getting 9 points from 9. West Ham is shit. Everton are a mid-table club, and that's for Palace. They're very up and down with their league form. So, and they couldn't even beat Brighton. So that says a lot. Palace are better placed in Europe, you aren't, and anything Everton are still in FA and Carabao Cup. Yeah, we're still in the FA Cup though. We're still in the FA Cup. We're above Everton in the league. Like, are Everton in Europe? No. Are Palace in Europe? Yes. But they're in the Mickey Mouse League. And you couldn't even beat Tottenham. Yeah, because we made stupid mistakes and we dropped silly points all the time because we'd have players who can't step up. Because some of those players have got a massive mentality issue. Yeah, what, the Mickey Mouse Cup, the Carabao Cup that actually no club actually gives a shit about. I'm sorry, a lot of clubs don't give a shit about the Carabao Cup. It's a pointless trophy that needs to be scrapped. I just don't understand why people can't respect Man United fans. No clubs care about, but when you beat City in
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
Yeah, but the main focus for us is actually getting top 4 and trying to get back into Europe. And plus, it takes game. Yeah, I'm deluded. Yeah, I'm totally deluded. Yeah, totally. Well, Palace couldn't even beat Brighton, so that says that Palace couldn't even beat Brighton. I suppose beating Brighton isn't for everybody. Everton are a mid-table club with a shiny new stadium that no one actually gives a fuck about. And to be honest with you, we're above Palace, we're above West Ham, and we're above Everton. We are focusing on trying to get top 4. We are focusing on trying to get back into Europe. Well, Palace couldn't even beat Brighton, so that says a lot. We beat Brighton. And we've beat Chelsea, and we've beaten Liverpool this season. Yeah, but so? This is about current league form. We've gone 5 games unbeaten. We've picked up 11 points from 15. It really should have been 15 from 15, and we should have had 5 wins from 5. If we would have beat Forest and Tottenham, we would be sat here about P2 or P3 right now. So we are better than Palace, we are better than Everton, and we are massively, massively better. If people are going to get personal about me supporting Man United and having an opinion and having a view, then I would recommend just stop watching and go watch something else. I actually talk facts. I actually tell the truth. I'm honest about the way I feel about Man United. The problem is,
so that
a lot
wraps
of
up the
people
sprint race, but there's still more action
don't
yet
like
to
the
come
truth.
this weekend.
A lot of people don't like my
qualifying
honesty, and
and
I'm
of
not going
course,
to change
the
me.
Grand Prix.
But at the end of the day, I've been supporting United all my life. I think I know the direction of where the club needs to go in and what needs to change. We should have won 5 from 5. We should have had 15 points from 15. Unfortunately, those players bottled it because a lot of them have got a mentality issue. No one gives a shit about the Carabao Cup, let's be honest. No one gives a shit about the Mickey Mouse Cup. It's a pointless cup competition that needs to be scrapped. Small little clubs want that trophy because it's a European sport. Some clubs actually,
high-speed straights, heady elevation changes and dramatic corners. What is there not to love about today?
It's a better competition
it's qualifying day here at Spa-Francorchamps
because you get all the non-league teams in there and clubs even further beyond non-league, which is a lot more entertaining than the Mickey Mouse Carabao Cup. And our focus is getting top 4, getting into Europe, and maybe win the FA Cup, and I'll take that as a positive. But we are better than West Ham, who are in a relegation fight because all they do is sack their managers all the time. As for Everton, their new stadium's not even actually that great. When we build our new stadium, it's going to beat Everton and knock it out the park. And as for Crystal Palace, they couldn't even beat Brighton. That says a lot. And their best player is literally Mateta, and that's it. They've basically got Mateta, and that's it. A lot of people don't like Man United fans, and do you know what? I really, really don't give a shit. If people don't like Man United fans, I really don't give a shit. Because we're the greatest club in England. So if people don't like the honesty and don't like the truth, then that's not my problem. You can't say Palace can't even beat Brighton when you couldn't even beat Forest. Yeah, I respect that. I know what you're saying, and I do respect that, to be fair. I do respect that. But we are a better team than Palace on paper. And we are a better team than West Ham. We're a better team than Everton. And we're above all 3 of them. And we're having a better season than all 3 of those clubs put together. Crystal Palace couldn't even beat some shit mid-table team at home in the Europa Conference League. That was embarrassing. That was really, really... Imagine losing to that team they lost to. That was shit. You haven't got one world-class player. Right, Matthias Cunha, Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Ryan Mbeumo. Like, I can't believe we're having a debate. Oh, God. Not me. But I respect people's opinions. I respect their views. But some of it's just like, what? Like, if people don't want to watch the stream, I recommend just go and watch something else, because it is really boring me now. We had this on Saturday. We'll have it again.
Okay, good job, mate. Really, really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
Well done.
You can't say Palace can't even beat Brighton when you could beat Forest. Well, at least we actually have gone 5 games unbeaten, unlike some other clubs. Because most clubs can't say they've done that. So that's not my problem. Yuki Tsunoda is in P10. I don't know why people have got I swear some people have got an agenda against Man United fans. Like, people don't like the truth. People don't like the honesty. I don't give a shit. That's the problem. A lot of football fans like myself who tell the truth and honesty get so much shit from it. And that's the problem. And that's the big mentality issue that some people have got in life. That they don't like the truth. They don't like the honesty. People don't like it. And do you know what? I would say just grow up. Most clubs can't say they didn't concede in 8 games. We've gone 5 games unbeaten in a row, 11 points from 15, which should have been 15 from 15, 5 wins in a row. Honestly, I give up sometimes. I don't know why I bother. I really don't know why I bother. I respect people's opinions. I respect people's views, because that is what it's about. It's about opinion and it's about viewing. I respect everybody what they're saying. Yeah, but aren't we above Liverpool, though? We're above Liverpool in the league. We're above Liverpool. And what did Arsenal do? They bottled it against Sunderland, and I pissed my pants laughing because they can't even beat Sunderland.
As we take a step back into the nostalgic
Arsenal
golden
can't even beat
days of
Sunderland. It's embarrassing.
Spa is
you can't even
unashamedly
beat a newly promoted
and
club.
all the better
What a
for
joke.
it. Climbs,
Arsenal
drops,
couldn't even beat
sharp
Sunderland.
turns,
It's fucking
chicanes,
laughable.
sweeping high-speed corners, all while taking in some of the most beautiful scenery
when Sunderland
that
got
Europe
that
has to
equaliser,
offer.
I went fucking
This might
ballistic.
sound like a travel
I was
brochure,
fucking happy
but
as hell.
it's not. It's a
Look,
race day.
I'm
Welcome
friends
along
with a
to
couple of Arsenal fans,
Spa-Francorchamps
right?
for the
I've got
Belgian
respect for
Grand
them.
Prix.
It's just the rest of them I can't
Spa-Francorchamps then, a
stand.
historic 19-corner circuit with
They
a
can't
lap
even beat
distance of
Sunderland. So Arsenal
4.35
couldn't beat
miles.
Sunderland.
There's over 100 metres of elevation change here.
Everton
and with
are
long
gloating about their
stretches of the
shiny
lap spent
stadium, but
flat
when we
out,
build our
a
new
good top
stadium, it's
speed
going to
will be
knock theirs
vital for
10 times
success.
out of the park.
Off the back of a
We're above
fantastic
Everton,
qualifying
we're
session,
above Palace,
it's time
we're
to see
above
how our
West
starting
Ham,
grid looks
we're
like
above
for
Liverpool.
today's race.
Arsenal couldn't beat
Max
Sunderland, which is
Verstappen put in a
hilarious. So that, I
fantastic
suppose,
lap
beating
yesterday,
Sunderland
and
isn't
he'll
for
start from
everybody.
pole position with Charles Leclerc alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Hamilton,
And plus, the
Oscar
team
Piastri,
Klopp built,
and Fernando
Slot
Alonso.
went straight into it.
Russell,
So,
Sainz,
and now look what's happening in
Albon,
Season 2.
and Yuki
Liverpool are
Tsunoda.
falling apart. It's fucking
Ocon,
laughable.
Hulkenberg, Andrea
Seriously, it's
Kimi-Antonelli,
laughable,
and
quite
Stroll.
frankly. It's laughable.
Behrman, Gasly, Gabriel Bortoletto, and Isaac Hadjar. Doohan and Liam Lawson rounds off the
Now, I'm
grid.
here to play F1
That's it then,
25.
it's time to go
And we're
racing
having a debate
as we
about
head down
apparently we're
trackside
not
for
better
today's
than
race.
some of these clubs in the Prem. Some of these
And
Premier League clubs
alongside
shouldn't
me
even
here
be in the
today in
league.
the
It's
commentary
fucking
box,
embarrassing.
Anthony Davidson.
Some of
Let's
these
look at
clubs
their
shouldn't even
season,
be in the
and
Premier League. They make
particularly
it a
against
right
their
laughing
teammates.
stock.
Fair to say,
Like clubs
they've
like
got the better
Burnley
of them more often
and
than not.
fucking
Yeah, they have, and
Wolves
you know,
and
rule number
West Ham,
one:
like,
beat your teammate. They're the ones
Really?
that share the same equipment as you. And yes, the
Like,
cars
some
can
of these
vary
clubs
and
shouldn't even
set
be in this
up
division.
from
Get
race
them
to race,
fucking out
and
of it.
depending
Give
on
somebody else
who
a
has
go.
which style.
I'm tired
But
of
essentially,
the
they're
three
your
relegated
barometer,
clubs have
the
all been
yardstick.
promoted back.
If you can beat them, that's the first
Boring.
job you have to do.
Change
And
it,
it looks like it's
fucking
going their
up.
way, doesn't it? And they need to carry on this momentum, this energy.
Or
through
do you
the
know
rest of
what?
the
Just
season.
scrap promotion because it's pointless anyway. Oh, my controller's dead. Hang on, my controller's dead. My fucking controller's died, Grummy. My controller just died on me. Again. I haven't used my other Xbox wireless controller and it died midway through the stream. Which is not... I swear that other controller's got an issue with it. I swear that controller's like got a major issue. Right, I'm gonna... Yeah, but some of these clubs shouldn't even be... Thank you for the follow, by the way, very much appreciated. But some of these clubs shouldn't even be in the Premier League. It's fucking embarrassing. It really, really is embarrassing. having clubs like fucking Burnley up there and fucking West Ham or Wolves and Everton. Like, give someone else a go. It's boring. No, I'm glad Sunderland are up in the Prem. I'm glad Leeds are there. But it's just some of these other clubs like Burnley and Wolves and West Ham. It's like, oh my god, give me a bucket. Even Newcastle, even having Newcastle in the Prem is boring. Oh, we don't need Isaac. Yeah, it's funny that you couldn't even beat Brentford. Fucking laughable. I can't see him leave. I think he'll go. So like, I don't know. I don't know who he would leave Everton for. I don't know what other club would leave him there for. I'm not sure. Weather report.
Okay, radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
I think he'll move in the summer, but I don't know what club he'll go to, personally. Right, are we on course to make it 8 wins from 8? We'll be halfway through the champ. Andrea Kimi Antonelli is out of the session. So Antonelli is out of the Belgium Grand Prix on lap 2. Lap 2.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
That early on, he's lasted 2 laps. He didn't even complete lap 2. He's lasted a lap.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Do you have any assists? Right, so there's my assists that I've got on currently, Toby. That is the assists that I've got on. So that's my assist settings. There's my weekend structure, the weather and time of day, career settings, icon settings. I need to change that. Rules and flags. Simulation settings, camera customization on the screen display, control vibration and force feedback, graphic settings, audio settings, telemetry settings, accessibility options, eye and head tracking, EA music. There's all my settings. Use my TikTok you're watching. Please smash that like button. Please give me a follow. Really appreciate it. So on lap 3 of 22, so we've basically done 30 laps over the last 2 sessions. Well, we will be doing 30 laps. Thank you to everybody that's tuning in so far and watching this F125 stream.
We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
If you are new, smash that like button. Please give me a follow. Really appreciate it. It's our
gap to your teammate behind, 18.5 seconds.
Race 8 of 16. We're at Belgium at Spa for the Belgian Grand Prix with Max Verstappen. We've got so far 7 wins and 7 with down 60 AI difficulty, which is between hard and expert.
Okay, Max, we've got some clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
Yeah, all good.
Inside your top 5, you've got Charles Leclerc in P2. You have got Lewis Hamilton in P3. Lando Norris is in P4. Fernando Alonso is in P5. P6, you've got George Russell, Oscar Piastri in P7. Those are your top 7 drivers currently in the Belgian Grand Prix. Oh my god.
Great stuff. It looked like you made easy work of that target. Let's try and keep that going right through to the end of the race. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Will there be any open lobbies anytime soon? I don't actually know, to be honest with you. I used to do like open lobbies every Saturday afternoon. I used to do open lobbies quite a lot, but I think the open lobby section of this game has really died off now, unfortunately. But I used to do it quite a lot where we had like 30, 40, even 50 people wanting to play. But I got into like a few weekends after it started really well, and the numbers absolutely declined, where it was only like 3 or 4 of us. So I don't know what's actually happened with open lobbies, so I'm not sure at the moment if we'll be bringing open lobbies back, to be honest with you, because I think the numbers have just massively declined. I think a lot of people were just going into online racing and trying to get into racing leagues. I think that's where F125 is trying to go now with this game, so if you can, I would try and find an open racing league on F125 to be a part of, because I just don't see open lobbies returning anytime soon, if I'm being very honest with you. Because the numbers just decline, the numbers just absolutely fall off a cliff. I used to love doing it, but one weekend we had like 3 or 4 people, and then it just fell flat on its face.
Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap.
Yeah, we can.
What I do get a lot of judgment on, which is really unfair, because I don't do it to anyone else. I don't understand why people have to jump on me because of my AI. At least we've got some people like yourself that respect it, because other people just, oh my days, like, have to going on everybody. We race on 60 AI difficulty, Jacob is on 60, mate. If you are new and you are watching, please smash the like button. Please give me a follow on TikTok if you're really enjoying this today. I really appreciate it. Oh my god. Oh my days. Yes, on 60. Weather report, weather report.
We think we might see some rain. ETA about 15 minutes. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now. Box now, please. Box this lap.
Right, it's due to rain in Belgium in about 15 minutes.
Let's go, come on! Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
If I can get ahead of Lando Norris, bonus.
You only have to stop once now. One stop left.
I actually have. Thank you for the follow, SM. Very much appreciated. Welcome. Right, so we've managed to get out ahead of Lando Norris. So that was a fantastic pit stop by Red Bull there. We're out ahead of Lando Norris, who is our main championship rival.
Okay, this is not your true position. They haven't pitted yet, so don't waste time fighting them. They're going to be coming in soon.
Well, I want to get past them, Mark. You're telling me not to fight. I want to get past them, but slow traffic to the right, please.
Okay, expect to see some rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now. Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past.
That is exactly what I've done. I think Charles Leclerc's going to be a little bit of a sitting duck here, not going to lie. I think he's going to be a massive, massive sitting duck. How have I lost a shit many times at Hamilton there? So I'm losing a load of time to Hamilton. Needs to get past Leclerc. I'm surprised Leclerc and Hamilton haven't pitted.
Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far. You're increasing the gap to the car behind by a few seconds per lap. Keep it up.
Ago, you seem much improved since then. Much smoother, nice one. Oh, cheers, mate. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Very much appreciated. Absolute legend. And thank you for that great comment. Thank you for that support. It means the world. If you are new to my TikTok, my friend, please come and follow. Smash that like button. Would really appreciate it. And thank you for that great comment. That's very, very nice of you. Yeah, I've been playing F1 25 ever since it came out. So yeah, honestly, I really do appreciate that comment. That's actually brightened my day, to be fair, so thank you for that. Unfortunately, we do get a few people that have to ruin it for other people, but honestly, comments like that are fantastic, so also I really do appreciate it. It's not over the spot. Oh, Leclerc!
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Yeah, I'm still using assist, so I'm not going to change it. The only assist I've got turned off is the ERS assist. I do the battery myself. Apart from everything else I'm on. Oh, I keep bloody yawning. I'm not meant to be tired. Why they wait? Weather report.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Right, so look, Charles Leclerc has finally pitted. So Hamilton has stayed out. Nice that he actually has stayed out as well.
Yuki is in the pits. Yuki in the pit lane now.
Obviously. Oh my days.
Okay, Max.
Thank
we
you
need
for the
to
follow,
save up
Pete.
some
Very much
ERS, so let's focus on charging it up, please.
Great to have you on board. Thank you for your support, mate. Legend. If you're new to my TikTok, please give me a follow. Smash that like button. We really appreciate it.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Oh, mate, great stuff. You hit that target. That sets us up nicely for the rest of this race.
Not actually be that bad. Great content. Did you watch the race yesterday? I thought Max had a really good drive. Oh, cheers, mate. Honestly, I really do appreciate that, Pete. Yeah, thank you for the great content. Yeah, the content.
Tyre wear rates are lower than we expected. Stay out a little longer if you can.
Yeah, I did watch the race yesterday. I thought Max Verstappen's drive was fantastic. Confirmed change. Yeah, I thought it was brilliant. I honestly thought Max's drive yesterday to come from the pit lane from P19 to finish P3 was fantastic. I still think mathematically he can still win the championship, but a lot of things are going to happen for that to happen. So yeah, I actually enjoyed the Brazilian Grand Prix yesterday. I actually enjoyed that race for once.
The rain's a few lap outs yet, but it is coming, so be careful.
And thank you for the comment, for the great content comment as well. Honestly, I really do appreciate that. Unfortunately, we do get a few people that have to ruin it for everyone else, including me sometimes, but they just get removed and they get blocked very, very quickly because we're not having that on this community. Yeah, I appreciate the comment. It means the world. Yeah, that race was fantastic yesterday. Hopefully it'll be like that in Vegas as well. I'm kind of hoping Vegas is going to be quite wide open as well. And quite an entertaining race in itself, so He needs a miracle to win the title, but boy, can he drive. And starting on the pit in the pit actually helped. Yeah, because I think they put a brand new engine. In the back of that Red Bull, so obviously that really helped him as well. So yeah, he had a fantastic drive yesterday, Max. I beg your pardon, I'm really tired today. What I would like to happen, I'd like Max, Lando and Oscar to go into last race of the season, all level on points, last lap hurrah, winner takes all. That is what I'd like to see happen. But a lot of that is going to have to change on what happens in Vegas and Qatar. I want it to go to the last race of the season, that is what I'm hoping is going to happen. And I do know Colton Herta is meant to be in F1 next season, isn't he? So I think he's Cadillac's reserve and test driver. So I'm really hoping it's going to be quite an open championship until the end of the season, until it hits Abu Dhabi.
We're going to box this lap, push hard on the in-lap.
Okay.
Weather report, weather report.
I didn't catch that, mate. Just say it again.
Weather report. Weather report, weather report.
We don't think it's going to stay dry for much longer. The rain could come at any moment, so watch out. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now.
Fucking hell, Mark, open your ears. If you're watching, please smash that like button. Please give me a follow on TikTok. We'd really appreciate it. We're nearly at 1k likes on the stream, so thank you for all the support today.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed.
Yes, Mark. Why didn't we box? I don't understand. Why did we not box? Fucking weird. Okay, it's started to rain, that's why. it has started raindrops are here. It started to rain in Belgium.
Okay, be mindful of the conditions. The track's getting wetter. Recommend you stay out for now, though. We'll be much slower if we move on to inters this early. The weather's turning. We think it's time to box now.
Confirm change.
Copy. Okay, let's go now. Come on. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
Because it's raining, we're now on the intermediate tyres. I think everybody's boxing. Is Piastri staying out?
Okay, the stewards have now disabled DRS. DRS is now disabled. Okay, Yuki is coming in for his stop now.
Thank God we've only got like 7 laps left.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
So they've really messed up Oscar Piastri's race as well, haven't they? I can't believe they kept it out. I think Tsunoda just boxed. What the hell? How is Yuki Tsunoda how's Yuki out?
Virtual safety car, virtual safety car. Reduce speed immediately and keep a positive delta. Okay, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace.
Yuki Tsunoda's only just boxing now he's out of the race. Make that make any sense? What part of the track's he at?
The rain's getting worse. Be very careful.
Where is he? Oh, he's there. How's he out? A mechanical failure.
Yuki's dropped out of this race.
Yeah, I kind of guessed that, Mark. Thank you for the follow, by the way, very much appreciated.
Okay, VSC ending. We're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
I'm getting bloody tired, I'm not.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
I'm tired. Oh my god. Thank you for reposting the live stream, very much appreciated.
Okay, I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being.
Thank you for the follow, very much appreciated. I'm nearly falling asleep. I've got 4 laps to do yet. Thank you for the likes, by the way, very much appreciated. It's so hard to see the racing line when it's raining. Very, very difficult. Oh, bloody hell. Weather report. Weather report.
ETA on this rain clearing up is about 10 minutes, so just keep your concentration out there, you're doing well. The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out.
Oh shit. Fucking phone over. Thank you for the likes, Tom's. Very much appreciated.
Inters seem to be the fastest tyre for now.
Please give me a follow, smash that like button, really appreciate it.
The radar showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain.
Sorry, it's got a message got to apply to me quickly. Can't bloody see the plate in my phone. Oh. Give us a room tour. Well, the gaming room I'm actually in, I don't like actually showing the room off in the background what room I'm in. So what I've done on the TikTok camera setting, if you click the little cog for the little camera setting on TikTok itself, you can actually choose your own theme, your own background for your camera. It saves you a lot of money having to go buy a green screen and stuff like that. So this is actually my own. There's themes and backgrounds that you can pick on the camera settings. The themes and backgrounds on the TikTok camera. So if you click on the little cog, you can actually pick your own theme and background that you want to have your live streams for. So this actually isn't like my prop. It's like it's just a setting. You can pick your own theme and background.
Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about. Okay, this is your final lap. Final lap of the race. Everybody.
That's 8 wins for me.
Wow, even better than last week. The car was on rails on every tire. Incredible, guys.
What a mate, that was a very, very, very strong drive.
The checkered flag is out. We're going to be hearing that Dutch national anthem again because it's victory for Max Verstappen.
A great display of dominance today, Crofty, by this driver. They led from lights out to the flag at the end, led every lap of the race. Brilliant stuff by them, and excited to see what more they can do in future races.
It's time for our podium celebrations. And as ever in Formula One, 3 is the magic number. One of the all-time greats celebrates yet again. It's another podium, it's another top step for Max Verstappen. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action.
Got 95 driver rating as well. Still 63% recognition.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. And the track action will be getting underway very shortly. I've got Anthony Davison, Naomi Schiff alongside
F1 where drivers start
focus
getting
on that,
nicked and
Naomi,
lose and
I'd
stuff
just like
like
us to
that.
consider some of these big rumours that are circulating at the moment.
You can't skip
driver
this,
moves up
unfortunately.
and down the paddock. Just how distracting is it to focus on putting in strong performances at the same time as negotiating your future?
Well, it can be a really big distraction, particularly for the drivers who are out of contract at the moment. And for them, it's going to be the challenge of managing what they're doing off track and compartmentalizing that from what happens on track, because we know that this next decision in their career is going to be a big one. So that can put a lot of pressure on your shoulders, but you don't want that to put so much pressure on your shoulders that you start over driving, making mistakes, because you know in this sport you can go from hero to zero in an instant.
Easier said than done, Anton. As we're passed by a driver now who's considering their future, even if you've got a contract, they're not necessarily even worth the paper they're written on. You've got to keep putting in really big, impressive performances.
It's an industry that demands perfection from not just the team, but the drivers as well, first and foremost. So if you start to relax in any way, even if you have a multi-year deal in place, like you say, not worth the paper it's written on, because you can be kicked out before you know it. If the performances start to slip, the team will have their eye on you straight away and you'll be out the door.
So no room for complacency. Let's see who can put in some big performances on track today. All the action up next. Don't go anywhere.
Right, I'll do all 3 practice sessions, well, fast simulate them, and then I'll do the qualifiers. So this is for Hungary. I'm surprised that McLaren haven't come back in yet for the more contract talks. Yeah, these 3 practice sessions aren't actually going that well, which is a big worry. How's that failed again? That's what I don't understand. How the fuck does that keep failing? How's that failed? I'll do quali and then I'm going to jump off.
No pit stops, no strategy. It's all about the pace today. Qualifying day here at the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Yes, excellent lap. We're all very, very pleased with that one. Nice work. Come on, I'll see you back in the pits.
Let's go. Nice one.
With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid line up for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic...
He's crap, isn't he? He is rubbish, isn't he? Jesus. Oh, God. Getting old. Oh. Right. That is going to be it for today's live TikTok stream for this afternoon. I don't know if we'll be back live this evening. You never know. I'm really, really hoping me and my friend are going to play some Fortnite today. It would be nice if we can do a co-stream together. It obviously depends on what my friend's doing. I'll shout out to them, by the way. Absolute legends. We might be back this evening with some Fortnite for Fortnite The Simpsons. We might be back. I'm not sure yet what time we will be back. But if we're not back tonight, obviously, thanks to everybody that's tuned into this Max Verstappen driver career today. Very, very much appreciated. And if we're not back tonight, we'll most likely be back tomorrow afternoon with our Hogwarts Legacy story mode walkthrough with Gryffindor House. So if we're not live tonight, make sure you tune in that for tomorrow. So that will be for about 2 o'clock, 1:45 tomorrow for Hogwarts Legacy. But yeah, we've got 8 wins from 8. We're at Hungary, and then we've got, I think it's Hungary, and then I think it's the Netherlands. So Hungary, then Zandvoort for our next 2 Grand Prix of Max Verstappen. So yeah, 8 wins from 8, 200 points from 200. We're on course to win Max's 5th Drivers' Championship. We're on course to win the Constructors as well. So today's stream has been very, very successful. But thanks for tuning in. Thank you for all the likes. Welcome to all the new followers as well. We'll be back with some Hogwarts Legacy tomorrow afternoon. As for me, stay safe, be nice and be kind to each other. You're all legends, you're all legendary. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of your Monday evening. You're absolute legends. And I'll see you all on the next one.